When we picture violence, our minds conjure up images that are loud and unmistakable. A clenched fist ready to strike, the flash of a drawn sword, or the chaos of a heated argument. These are the moments that make headlines, that leave bruises and scars we can see. But what if the most dangerous weapon is the one we cannot see at all? There exists a silent, invisible weapon, one that slips past armor and leaves no trace on the skin, the spoken word. Words can be sharper than any blade, more precise than any arrow. They can cut deep, wounding not the body but the very soul. A single phrase uttered in anger or carelessness can echo in a person's mind for years, shattering their confidence and sense of self from the inside out. Words have the power to build bridges between people, to heal wounds and to inspire hope. But they can also dismantle those bridges in an instant, leaving isolation and pain in their wake. Unlike physical wounds, the injuries caused by words often go unseen, festering quietly, haunting our thoughts and shaping our beliefs about ourselves and the world. A single sentence spoken at the right or wrong moment can launch a war or broker a fragile peace. We often underestimate the immense power that language holds, forgetting that every word we speak is like a stone cast into the waters of another's spirit. The ripples can last a lifetime, shaping destinies and altering the course of relationships, communities, and even nations. The world is filled with silent casualties, people who carry the invisible weight of words spoken long ago. A dream can be slain by a single dismissive comment, a spark of creativity extinguished by a moment of cynicism. These wounds are not written on the body, but they are carried in the heart, shaping who we become and how we see ourselves. Words are not just tools for communication, they are instruments of immense power. They can inflict a quiet, personal annihilation, a death of the spirit that is as real as any physical blow. In the end, the unseen blade is often the sharpest, and its wounds the hardest to heal. History remembers warriors, but words often deliver the fatal blows. While swords clash and shields shatter, it is the tongue that can inflict wounds unseen, wounds that linger long after the battlefield has emptied. Words are weapons forged in the mind, sharpened by wit and unleashed with intent. They can rally crowds, incite revolutions, or quietly destroy reputations in the shadows. Socrates was condemned by accusations, not a sword. His enemies used words to turn Athens against him. In the echoing halls of judgment, it was not steel that sealed his fate, but the persuasive power of rhetoric and rumour. The city's whispers became a tide, sweeping away reason and drowning out truth. The hemlock was the final act. Slander was the true cause. Words have toppled kings, not armies. A single accusation, a well-placed lie, or a clever turn of phrase can bring down the mighty. Throughout history, the pen has often proven mightier than the sword, shaping destinies with ink and intent. A clever poet's verse can crack a king's authority. Words can dismantle empires, rewrite stories, and taint legacies. The stories we tell, the rumours we spread, and the verses we compose can outlast monuments and armies, echoing through generations, shaping how history remembers both heroes and villains. A well-crafted insult can echo through eternity, a final judgment by a sentence. In the end, it is not always the clash of steel, but the verdict of words that leaves the deepest scars and the longest shadows. Verbal attacks are often subtle, leaving victims confused. Sarcasm, disguised as a joke, plants seeds of doubt. Backhanded compliments erode confidence over time. Public humiliation amplifies shame witnessed by others. Each method is a tool in the verbal aggressor's arsenal. Recognizing these attacks is the first step in defense. Modern science confirms the pain of words is real. Social rejection activates the brain's pain centers. Verbal wounds are genuine threats, not just emotional discomfort. They trigger stress responses with long-term health consequences. Words leave a biological scar on the brain. Classrooms should nurture but can destroy a student's spirit. A single comment can shatter self-worth. Imagine Maya, passionate about art, presenting her work. A classmate's sarcastic remark breaks her confidence. The laughter becomes the soundtrack to her failure. Her passion turns to shame, her joy to fear. Years later, the ridicule haunts her creativity. Words in learning spaces can assassinate futures. The internet is a vast battlefield for verbal warfare. Words are weaponized with anonymity and efficiency. Online, there's no immediate feedback to check cruelty. A single comment can kill motivation to share again. Some master the art of digital destruction. They use words to silence, deplatform and destroy. The digital guillotine leaves victims picking up pieces. Technology connects us, but also arms a global firing squad. In a world where words are weapons, how do we protect ourselves? Every day we encounter voices that can cut deep, leaving wounds that are invisible but lasting. Arguments, criticism and harsh remarks can echo in our minds long after the moment has passed, shaping how we see ourselves and others. The challenge is not just to survive these verbal battles, but to emerge stronger, wiser and more resilient. We must control what we allow inside, refusing entry to poison. Setting boundaries is an act of self-respect. By choosing what we accept and what we reject, we protect our inner peace. Not every opinion deserves a place in our hearts or minds. Non-reaction can be a powerful defense. Sometimes silence speaks louder than words. By not reacting, we deny negativity the power to shape our emotions. Calmness in the face of chaos is a shield forged from self-control. A clever retort shows inner strength, not victimhood. Responding with wit or grace can turn an attack into an opportunity to reveal our confidence. It's not about winning the argument, but about standing firm in our self-worth. Turn attacks into motivation for growth. Every harsh word can be transformed into fuel for self-improvement. Let adversity inspire you to rise above, to become more resilient and determined than before. Use criticism to fuel improvement, proving detractors wrong. Let their doubts become the spark that ignites your passion and drives you to achieve more than you ever thought possible. Words can harm, but they can also heal. A kind gesture or a gentle word can mend wounds that are hidden from view. Compassion is a powerful antidote to cruelty. Encouragement and kindness can mend broken spirits. When we lift each other up, we create a community where scars become stories of survival and hope. We choose to wield words as weapons or tools for healing. The scars we carry can become the very shield that protects us and others from future harm, reminding us that strength is often forged from our most painful experiences.